So I know something that you're very passionate about is elementary choirs can do so much, and oftentimes directors underestimate the abilities of elementary choirs. Why do you think? Why do you think directors underestimate these kids?
Yeah, I think it's easy to underestimate them. I mean, I think just based on the size of their instrument, they're going to sound young. And so I think it's very easy for them to hear that and write it off. I think the rep we choose as elementary educators or the rep that is out there can be really hard to, I don't know, have a hard time phrasing it. It's hard to garner respect with a lot of candy pieces. If, we got to give them their vegetables. And I'm very passionate about finding quality music that makes them feel like they are singing real rap. And there's a place for everything.
Can we tap
And
into that for a second? So, like, when you say, so I'm assuming you're implying that a lot of the music out there is just to put a performance on just for show rather than something that would be technically beneficial to them. Is that fair to say?
yeah, I think there's a lot of music that just is not pedagogically sound for what their voices should be doing or the amount of words that they can really comfortably learn. And sometimes at elementary, it can be like quantity, quantity, quantity. We're going to learn 10 songs for this concert. And that's where I kind of go with like, do less
Hmm.
because you can't really dive in artistically if you're doing so many.
Hmm.
And I think there's some pressure sometimes, you know. I have certainly shown up to a concert and been like, oh, we're only doing 4 songs. I hope the parents are okay with that. But, you can fill in with speaking parts and
Hmm.
things like that.
Yeah, there's been elementary concerts or elementary choir concerts in our district that have lasted 15 to 20 minutes. And it's because, like, I mean, they're meeting after school and, like, they meet once a week, and that's fine. That is totally fine. And the parents are going to be happy no matter what because they're hearing their kid sing and they're seeing their kid be happy on stage. So, yeah, do something and don't be afraid to make it short.
So what I think what sets Bethany apart a bit. So I've listened to tons and tons of elementary choirs. I remember when I first got into the profession, I taught elementary, and I was just I would obsessively listen to children's choirs over and over and over, and I just loved it so much. One of the things I think differentiates Bethany, so when I listen to a lot of elementary level groups, it's a lot of this lower singing and a lot of I don't want to say belting, but because it's more artful than that, but it's not too far away sometimes. And the pitch is like, well, they're just singing something. But with Bethany, there is definitely the technical aspect to it. They're not just singing; they're singing well, and they're singing artfully. They're singing in tune. They're singing with healthy practices. And I think having people like Bethany in the field is tremendous because first off, it's building the next generation of singers, and also it's great for elementary music as a whole to have people really getting these amazing sounds out of students.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think, there's a place for all different kinds of singing. I think we just, especially as elementary teachers, need to be looking at are we teaching them to sing in a healthy way? Like you said, they are so small and their, instruments are so fragile. And if we are letting them sing and develop habits that are not healthful singing wise, then that's going to carry, on through their lives. So I'm super passionate about that. And I think that, they look so cute. And sometimes the tendency is to sound so cute too. And that just one thing that really grinds my gears. So if you take anything from this episode, it is please do not go to an elementary teacher after a choir concert and say, oh, that was so cute.
What would your response be?
Very kindly, I might say, what else did you notice? Because guess what? They are cute. And I will tell my students this all the time because I like to install a little chip on their shoulder sometimes. Like, hey, people out there don't think that you can do this. They don't think you can sing in 2 parts. They don't think that you can sing in 2 parts a cappella. They don't think you can hold a phrase for this song without breathing right in the middle of the word that you always want to breathe in the middle of. And they're gonna think you're cute because they made you and you are cute. But what we want them to say is, wow, that was artistry.
Yeah.
And wow, they made me feel things. And what great storytellers. And I can't believe that they were able to lock that chord. That must be so difficult. And they clearly worked really hard on that. There should be other things that people can notice and appreciate. Because guess what? They are cute. They're going to stay cute. But gosh, we've poured a lot of hours into all the other stuff.
Poured a lot of hours into being more than just cute.
Yes, I call it fighting the battle of cute. And I speak up every day.
Love
I
it.
like that.